Hey, welcome back to Dream Focus, a video dream dictionary where I'm just creating an excuse to talk about our dreams and to talk about specific symbols that we're seeing in our dreams and to connect over them, I guess. So if you've been checking out some of the other videos, you may notice that I'm kind of changing things a little bit. The other videos that I've posted first were a little bit older, and I realized that I was kind of trying like a different style, but that it was a little bit like too intense for me. Like it took up too much of my energy. So I'm kind of stepping back a little bit and moving into something that feels a little bit more like me. You may or may not like it, but that's okay. I know that this is for me anyway. And so the same goes with the symbol that I want to share today. I'm going to share it in a little bit of a different way, in the sense that the symbol for today is like closets and cleaning out our closets, to be more specific. And this was a big one for me last night, but I realized that it's also a big one for the collective, in the sense that so many of us are shifting a lot. Like there's so much shifting for us right now, and we've all been doing a lot of healing work if we're stepping up to the call to do it. Like we are shifting through so much of our own crap, our own stuff, our own pasts, but also ancestral healing, things that have been unknowingly, unwillingly passed down through generations, from our ancestors. All of these like events, emotions, things that go on get stored in our bodies, get stored in our DNA, from what I've come to understand it to be, and gets passed on from person to person. And so when you're taking the time to clean out your closet, you're not only doing it for you. You're doing it for your ancestors. You're doing it for future generations if you have children. Sometimes though, it's not even through the flesh and through your body. It can also be for the collective, in the sense of you cleaning out your closet affects us all. It ripples out. And there's true power in that. If anything, as a society of people stuck within a system that often leaves us feeling trapped or disempowered, this is the one thing that we totally have power over. This is the one thing that we can totally take control on and use to our advantage, to empower us, to help us to begin living and creating a life that we deem worth living and that is filled with joy, instead of hanging on to these things that are in our closet or hidden within us that we are not facing and that we're not dealing with or accepting. And so for you, maybe that's the traditional sense of like coming out of the closet with something, something being totally hidden because you're ashamed of it or you're afraid of how other people will feel, and you taking that out of the closet and putting it out there for all the world to see and being your true self. Maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe, like for me, it's like in my dream, I was sorting through things, more particularly around cultural identities and language. I'm a Franco-Ontarian, which means I speak French. I'm from Ontario in Canada, but I'm also like really bilingual. I speak English, but I grew up with both languages, and now I'm living in France. And so there's just like, I don't know, this like mixture of identities and trying to find myself within all of that. And so in my dream, I saw pants, which can be linked to something in particular. I haven't thought about it too much yet. Maybe I will. And I had really different pants. I had pants from my old life, pants from France, and another pair of pants that were from home. And so I had these like really old pants in my closet, had holes in them, and I was like, okay, I gotta get rid. Like, these were comfortable, but I gotta get rid of them now. Cleaning out the closet, getting rid of, like, moving past that old life that, sure, maybe I was comfortable in the past, but that I need to move away from now. And then this other pair from France that I actually do have that don't fit quite right and that are really uncomfortable but should be comfortable because, I mean, they're like sweatpants, but the sizing isn't, it's just made strangely. And so that reflects my, I don't know, my integration as an expat living in France, and how actually like trying to fit in the like French mold like isn't me. And so also getting rid of those pants because they're not fitting. Getting rid of like this French way, like that, you know, in some ways, sure, you know, I'm living in another country, I'm gonna make it work, but also recognizing like that I need to be myself as well. Like, I'm not French. I can take on some French things and learn about French culture, but like in the end, it's not me. And then this other pair of pants. So yeah, getting rid of that French pair of pants from my closet, cleaning, it's like sorting out things that are going on for us as well, right? And so this other pair of pants that is like, again, an old pair of pants, but that isn't like worn out, that still serves me, that fits, that is really comfortable, that is maybe ugly in France, but that I like and that I'm going to wear anyway. So as you can see, when we're cleaning out our closet, it can also be about sorting things out in our life and figuring out what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of and what it is that actually serves us and what we need. So think about, if you're seeing a closet, what is in that closet? I'm going to look more into pants, but already I got like a lot out of the other symbolism. So try to piece the things together, and if you feel like talking about it, feel free to leave a comment below if you just want to work through it by writing it out or exchanging with others maybe someday. I mean, I don't have any followers right now, but that's totally okay. This is for me, but if someday somebody comes along and you guys can be exchanging, that could be cool. Either way, I hope this was useful. Check out my playlist with the full like alphabet dream dictionary to see what other symbols are there. I'm adding a new symbol every week. Keep dreaming.